everyone, this is Sue and welcome to my channel. I'm actually going to work in the Dylusions 8x8 journal, and it has the, it's actually 8 by, oh yeah, it is 8x8, and it has the black pages in it. And I already cut out some circles that kind of didn't come out the best. I guess it's this punch, but anyways, I used a 1 1/4 hole punch or round punch, and I pulled out some letters, some word phrases, a little bit of this, which is gauze, and which is gray, so I'm going to try to incorporate that. And then just little bits and pieces. I have some flowers. We'll see if they get onto the page. I have some wooden arrows and hearts, and then just little pieces of ephemera, a piece of tissue paper, more ephemera. And then these two pieces, or at least this one, is going to be my focal point on this page, and I'll have to see how that goes as I get to that. So I'm using my Liquitex Matte Gel Medium. Let me go ahead and get a piece of deli paper under here to protect the pages underneath, and we can begin. I want to move my flowers so I don't forget. I just covered them up. And the reason I'm doing circles is because I always loved doing circles on my pages because they're just like so much fun to do. So that's why I pulled those out. So I chose this particular matte medium to use because it has some thickness to it. It is called gel, but it is definitely on the thicker side. And I knew I would have some, fairly heavy pieces to put on, like this piece right here is a piece of an envelope that happens to be rather heavy, thick. So the heavier the medium that you use to adhere, the better when you have heavier pieces. Excuse me. So like, I also enjoy working with like metal pieces, and when I do that, I have this super heavy gel that I use, and it is super heavy, but I know it's going to hold my pieces down. So you always have to kind of be ready and prepared for the type of page that you're going to do. And of course, this is a collage page, of course. And let's see. Okay. All right. So I'm just getting down the pages. You can see I cut my circle pieces out of this piece. And this was a bag. It was a bag. I purchased something somewhere. And that was the bag that I got. Could have even come, I don't know, from something I ordered online. I really don't remember, but I like it. So of course, I kept it. So like these pieces right here, these two actually came in something I purchased, a kit, so to speak, of ephemera. So it's like fake ephemera. And I'm not really into the straight edges for this particular page, which I normally am not. So I'm just going to do just a little bit of tearing here just to get it so it's not so square. And in my typical style, I am I'm layering. I find it's very important to layer when you are doing a piece like this. Otherwise, it is just very one note, right? It's very flat. And I find it best to have dimension on the page. And you can have both visual texture and dimension as well as to tactical, right? So to the touch. So, and that's one reason why I have this mesh pulled out, which gives a good, I'm going to actually tear that right in half. It gives a good both visual and to the touch different texture. So today is President's Day. I have off of work, which is awesome and amazing, and I'm enjoying it immensely. Yep, that's upside down. That is A-okay. A-okay. I also have this ephemera. I'm just going to roughen up the edges just a little bit here. And let's get this down. Now, I tried to pull everything out. Which way do I want to put this? That I'm going to use. But as I'm sitting here, it's like, oh, well, I didn't pull out any paint. I didn't pull out any ink or stamps. Oops. Oops. We'll figure it out. We will figure it all out. All right. Oops. I have this little piece of mesh that keeps making an appearance. It's like sticking to my hands. Alrighty. And let's get this down. So at this point, I'm just getting stuff down. Not a lot of rhyme or reason, except for I'm not too fond of straight edges. I'm more fond of them now than I used to be back in the day. But yeah, and definitely overlapping. All right, so I want to definitely get, I'm going to pull out this pattern. Gosh, I couldn't think of the name of it. And this is also great for getting extra color as well as some text onto your page. So I'm just going to pull out a piece of that. And anybody that sews was probably just cringing like crazy right there. But I don't know, I guess people still use those patterns, I suppose. And what's great about this is it not only gives a little bit of color onto an area that doesn't have color, but it does allow for some transparency so you can still see what's underneath. So now again, I'm just layering. And what I often do is if I do have straight edges, I do try to get it onto the corner of the page. And you'll see that I'm putting the matte gel underneath of the piece and then again over the piece. And then I know it's not going to go anywhere. Whoops, I want to get that right on the edge like that, and it's okay if it crunkles up a little bit more texture. And I can tell when something is like when you use something like this or like tissue paper, it becomes like translucent, and that's how I know it's adhered down really well. So should I put one more piece or no? I'm kind of liking the look of it. I think if I put a piece here, I have to put a piece down in the other corner, and that's okay. I can definitely do that. And I'm just going to put a little piece down here. I'm liking the color that it is adding to the page. So on top of the black with this like I don't know, beige tan color. I like that look. At least right now I do. Maybe not on another page, but on this page I do. Oh my goodness. Let's see. I'm going to put one more. Since I'm going with this, I'll get one more down. All right. So far I like that very much. So that helped to put another layer on, as well as to, you know, cover more of the page. I also do like to add black to my pages. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. I'm going to try to get up in this corner. So it's not awful if I have some of the black page showing in the end. But I would like to try to cover most of it if possible. Again, if not, that is okay. And chances are, by the time I get some paint on here, that black will be gone anyway, if I choose to put paint on here. So, all right, I'm going to grab one more piece. All right, so let me think about where I am at right now. I think I'm going to put that over there. All right, so now for the first time, I'm just trying to think where I'm going to have my focal point. Up to this point, it didn't really matter. I just wanted to get stuff down, and that's okay. I know I want this as my focal point. Am I going to keep the edges like that? No, I am not. So I'm going to tear like this. And I'll probably keep these pieces and put them in my little bin for like when I do my Rolodex cards, because that would be like a good size to add to a Rolodex card. Okay, you know what? I think I want to go more like this. Okay, so I also have this star. But you know what? I'm not going to use the star because I like that as is. I still have these. I have the mesh, and I have my little round pieces that I want to get on there, and maybe flowers, maybe. All right. So the next thing I'm going to do is I definitely want to get some paint on here. So I'm going to go ahead and put this right into water. If I need it again, that's okay. I can just pull it out of the water and, you know, just give it a really, really, really quick dry, just on a paper towel or tissue, and it's good to go. It doesn't have to be perfectly dry to use with the matte gel, but of course, you know, if I have it too wet with the matte gel, then it thins it and it's not as strong. So I don't have to get this perfectly dry. I do just want to get it a little bit dry. So right now it's almost dry. And I want to put some paint down. So now I have to think, well, what color? So I know I have, this is going to be my focal point. So there's different options that I have here. So the first one that comes to mind is I can just put like a little bit of beige on the back just to soften it right in the middle area here without going to the edges, so that pops more off the page. I'm kind of actually liking that idea. Or I could take and I could cover the whole page if I chose to. I'm looking. You know what? I think I put that paint in my... Oh, I just realized I have no lights on. I have absolutely no lights on for this video. All right. Let's see. Where's my paint? Where's the paint that I want to use? I have in my head what I want to use, but I'm not seeing it. Okay, that's okay. I will use a different color. You know what? I kind of like this. Let's see. All right, so this is Distress Paint in Vintage Photo. It's a little bit darker than the color I was looking for. And I'm just going to actually put a little bit right onto the page. And I'm going to do this. Now, what I can do as well, and I think I will, is I'm going to just spray this. I'm going to start with one little spray because I'm liquefying it. I'm making the acrylic paint thinner so that it spreads more easily, and I don't need it thick. See, I can see the underneath there. I can still see what I put under there. And I kind of like that. I want to go up a little bit high over here, down over there, and that's it. So you see how it makes that pop? I like that very much. Let me get that paint off my finger. And let me dry that. So the word phrases that well, at least one that I feel that I'm going to use is this little one that says, that says art equals happiness. I thought that was very appropriate. I could do multiples on here, like be true to yourself. Different is good. Create something beautiful. You know, I mean, follow your feelings. Like, look at all the awesome sayings. This is from Cosmo Cricket. I think I got it in like a little packet of multiple sheets like this. I want to say from Tuesday morning, long ago. So, I think. So, now before I go ahead and adhere this down, I think I'm going to finish. There's a few more things I want to do. I'm just thinking about the order that I want to do everything here. So if this is going to go here, a little bit at a slant, then maybe I should put that down first. And then that can go over the top. Yep. Okay, so now I'm going to pull out my brush from the water. And I'm just going to give it a little dry like that, and I'm going to get this down. So this is a little bit thicker paper, so I want to make sure that I have good coverage on here so that it definitely sticks. So this particular piece in the middle was, I believe, part of a giveaway from way back when. So I did not actually do that little piece in the middle, but all it is a stamp, right, on top of some like leftover paint on a piece of paper. That's all it is. And it's very pretty, and I love it. So I'm gonna, this sticks to my fingers, this mesh. I want to just get that down. And it's very delicate mesh. I mean, I have a lot of different types of mesh, that kind of thing. And this one is just very delicate. So like this, I could actually probably have pulled out my more liquid matte gel. But I'm just going to kind of pounce around on it and just make sure it gets adhered down. Okay, pretty. I like. All right. Whoops. Got lots of whoopsing going on over here. That's not necessarily good. Okay, that's down. Now I want to get my circles down. And I like circles because I like whether it's taking like a fine line applicator or a Pitt pen or whatever, and just kind of accentuating the circles. Now, right now, they're kind of blending in with the background, and that's okay. That is okay. That's got to go up just a little bit. And again, I do a lot by feel. I don't measure. So it's kind of, to me, it's kind of like driving, like a car. It's by feel, right? You do it by feel. I just made a mess. You do it by feel. All right. So I'm going to give this a little bit of a dry because I do want to use, I'm thinking, what do I want to use on here? I think I want to use a Pitt pen, and I'm going to go with, I could go with black or with the dark gray. Let me pull both out to see. Yeah, I think I'm going to start with the dark gray because I want to just put some on there and blend it with my finger. And it's just going to make those circles pop. But you have to be careful. You don't want to put this on wet medium because it's going to ruin my pens. I'm just going to hit this really quickly down here. I don't need that dried because that area is pretty much done. So I have the warm gray, and I'm going to have to move this a little closer to me. Oh, you know what? I don't know if that's, nope, I want black. So you got to try things and just give it a try and see what you like. Oh my good. Oh, I wonder if my granddaughter was using this. Look at the end of my black. Oh, that's not good. Wow, look how thick it is. Wow. And I'm just going to blend that. Like that. And I like that look. Right? Oh, I like it. I like it very much. I like. There we go. All right, I think I need to get a new black one. Imagine that. Yeah. Okay. All right. So far I am loving this page. I don't think I'm going to add the flowers. If anything, it would just be the yellow flower. These colors just are not right. I kind of do like that right there, but we'll see. Do I want any arrows? The arrows are kind of big. I do kind of like this. So this is like a white arrow and a gold arrow. And so it gives some interest up here on that part of the page. I like that. I'm going to keep those. And now I want to put, excuse me, my word on. Excuse me. Okay. So where is my tweezers? And I know I want to do art equals happiness. Now these are kind of small phrases for this page, right? But I'm going to go with it. Let me see. I'm going to move this a little closer to myself just for a minute because I do want this straight and it doesn't look straight to me. Can I lift it up? Yes. And sorry, that's my head. And I just got out of the shower and my hair's not done, so it's probably sticking up. And to hold it down indefinitely, I'm going to put the matte medium on top. And I do want to go around this as well with the black Pitt pen. except I'm going to look for my smaller sized pen since this is smaller. All right, so we are almost done. We are almost done. I can think of something I know I want to put on here that I wasn't prepared to do, but you know what? We're going to do it anyway. But let me get my small black Pitt pen. I'm just going to make sure that that's dry and not sticky. And so I'm going to go across like this, and I'm going to go like that. And like that, and like that. And you see how it makes the line longer there? I love that. It's almost like a ghost effect to it. All right. So far, so good. I have one more thing that I would like to do to this page. And I'm going to grab my white paint and my splatter brush. So all I'm going to do is put a little bit of white paint down. And this is inexpensive paint, acrylic paint that I got from Tuesday morning. I'm going to go ahead and get that really wet as I make a mess. Sorry, I have to grab across. Sorry about that. And let's get this mixed in, and I'm creating some really wet white paint to splatter. So let me make sure that this is in the camera so you guys can see. Let me take this out, and I'm going to move this over without getting it in there, and I'm going to splatter. And I also think that this helps pull a page together. It's kind of like a nice finishing touch. And yes, it gets all over, so be prepared for that. And I'm using a fan brush. You don't have to, but I am. So I like that. And yes, I got it all over. It's probably on my clothes. But the clothes that I have on are not, you know, good anyway. Okay. So that, you know what I feel like doing? Why not? Why not? Why not? I just kind of feel like doing this. So let me do this without getting my book into the white paint. I'm going to put a little bit of a white frame around the page. And I'm just doing it with that white paint that I used to splatter and with the fan brush. And as always, I will come back. I'm going to date this page and put my initials on it. So sorry if you can't see this good enough. I didn't know I was going to do this, or else I would have put the paint on my mat further over. All right. That's it. That's it. That's the end of my page. Here you go. A close-up of the page. Okay. That's just a fun little collage page. I totally enjoyed that. I hope that you did as well. Let me know if you have any questions, and please hit that subscribe button. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.